to outkick the Olympic champ, would you have said that was a medal?
Yeah, probably. The thing is, there were a couple Olympic and global champs in there, so it was an honest race. I thought it I think it played out pretty well for my strengths, honestly. And fourth place, you're tantalizingly close to those medals, and coming down that last 100, I could see 1, 2, 3, and you're gunning for it, but mixed emotions here. Fourth is the highest I've ever finished. Americans don't usually finish too high in the 10K, but man, it was close. It was close.
I think you have a shot for redemption. Immediately looking forward to that 5K, huh?
Yeah. So I get to have the opportunity to come back in the 5, which is a good feeling right now. I'd be kind of, not too upset, but wanting more redemption quicker if I wasn't coming back in the 5. So good opportunity going forward. Got to get recovered and another chance.
Can you tell me just what you were seeing in that last 100? It looked really chaotic.
Yeah, last lap was, I think there were 6 or 7 of us, even coming into the last 100. So, 6 doesn't go into 3, so people had to get eliminated somehow. And it was chaotic. You're trying to navigate as best you can, get that inside line on the curves, but not give up too much space or get boxed in. So you're playing a little chess, and I thought I played pretty well. When you get fourth, you're thinking of the what ifs a lot. So I'm sure I'll go back and look at the last lap and see something I could change. But I think I was pretty close to maximizing myself today. Can't be too disappointed with fourth place, but
what's your level of confidence with 400 to go?
I was tired, but I felt like I could kick with those guys. I was tired, but I could tell everybody else was tired too. The pace was honest. It wasn't enough to get rid of everybody, but it wasn't slow enough that the whole field was there. So, I was confident. It was a big confidence shift from a year ago in Tokyo. I think in Tokyo I was just trying to survive as long as I could and then see what I could do if I was there with a lap to go. And this time I was there with a lap to go and thought, how do I navigate this? How do I move up? How do I be aggressive and try to get a medal? So definitely a mentality change. But hopefully can carry some motivation into the 5K.
Or a feeling that you belong.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, before Tokyo, I would say I looked up to a lot of these guys. Thought they were on another level than me, and I feel like I'm in a position where I can mix it up with them. I can attack those guys, and maybe there's a little more mutual respect now. I can assert myself a little more, and it's definitely a mentality change. I do feel like I belong and getting close.
Do they recognize you now? They like, oh, that's the American who's fit plus yet?
Maybe. You'd have to ask those guys. I don't want to assume anything, but I think over the past year I've been able to gain a little respect from the East Africans. They've historically dominated our sport, and the U.S. has had flashes here and there over the past 50 years of distance running, but never a ton of consistency. Galen has a few medals recently. Chalimo has a few medals. You look back in 70s, 80s, 90s. Had some guys up there, but would love to get a medal for the States.
How did you feel about your positioning at the belt?
Felt like it was decent. These guys, they really give it a lot on the backstretch. So I wanted to keep the distance close on the backstretch, be in it with a lap to go, and then 100 to go. You just give everything you have, and you're trying not to tense up. Obviously, you're tired, but I was trying to tell myself, relax this fast. Tensing up isn't going to do anything for you 9,900 meters in. So, tried to maximize my kick and almost got into that top 3. But fourth is, I'd say I'm happy with it.
Yeah. How much did you watch that last lap, or the last 2 laps of USA's against Klepper, and did you have any specific takeaways about what you needed to do better?
Yeah. That race haunted me for a while. Was not happy at all with it. I was pretty frustrated after. You don't want to take these teams for granted, but I really wanted to win that race, and I don't think I maximized myself on that day. Joe ran a great race. He was tactically sound, and obviously he's fit. But I felt like I could have improved a lot, maybe taking it a little earlier. My strengths at that time was being able to run 63s to 60s for a long time. Not so much run a 55 or a 54, 53. So yeah, looking back, I probably didn't play those cards correctly, but thankfully still made it on the team, and can take those things going forward, and ran with a little redemption in the 5K at USA's. It was a little smarter there, I'd say.
If I told you before this race that you beat Barrega and Aragawa,
that was the
would you
Yeah, would I think that? There's world record holders in the race. There's global medalists, lots of gold medals in the race. I thought I mixed it up well with him. I think this race will bode well for me going forward, but a little frustrating right now. Just close, man.
How does it feel having this stadium really kind of like trying to lift you and just be with you at every step?
Man, it felt great. 25 laps is a long time to focus if you're in the crowd, and you got the USA chant every lap. If I passed one guy in the race, the crowd went wild, even 10 laps in. So yeah, it was cool. There's a lot of people in the stands. I'm sure some people know a lot about distance running. I'm sure there's some people that don't. Maybe people watched and will follow the sport a little more closely now. So it felt good, man. It felt like home crowd. It felt like you were a major sport in the U.S. for at least 25-30 minutes. So it felt good.
What do you know about the silver medalist? We don't know much about him. Do you know much about the guy who got the silver again?
No, I don't know a ton. He showed up today. Sometimes the favorites have tough days. Some people come out of the woodworks. I wouldn't be surprised if he's there for the next 5-10 years. There's a lot of talent out there in the world, and I think I'm one of the talented ones now, so can mix them up.
Thanks, Guy.